check it out now. All right, okay. Now, this ever-long-lasting beef between, I'm going to still say this is between Tekashi and Trippie Redd. It's evolved into many different things, okay? First of all, Pierre Bourne is actually involved in this some way, somehow, just because Pierre Bourne had initially sent 3 beats to Trippie Redd, which Tekashi, he appears on 2 of the other beats with Trippie Redd. It's Pose and the Ooh Wee song, but then the third song, or the third beat, that was made by Pierre Bourne and sent to Trippie Redd. Eventually, Tekashi69 got on that junk, and it made Gummo, okay? Now, everything was all cool, except you have to realize that that's a separate artist. And also you got to clear records. Now, this is really music industry 101 shit. Because, again, if a producer don't like you, he don't have to clear your record, which means he could stop you from putting out a song with his beat. Just like if you're an artist, if you don't like a nigga who may be on the song feature with somebody else, right? If you didn't clear your verse, you could say, y'all could put that bullshit out without my vocals. Okay, that's just really business. Now, after Trippie Redd and Tekashi69 fell out, from what I'm hearing, it looks like everyone took side with Trippie Redd. Okay? Everyone said this guy is a pedophile, he's a rapist, he's whatever. And based on people saying that, everybody says we're not going to fuck with him. If you notice at first, no rapper would even be around him. Surprisingly, because he's flaming hot now because of his music, a lot of people are trying to collaborate with him. All right? Now, Pierre Bourne at that time, and maybe there's some other stuff that happened behind the scenes, but that's probably not even stuff to be reported on anyway. But Pierre Bourne would not clear the Gummo beat, okay? He made it public that, yo, I did not approve for you to be on the beat. I'm not going to clear it. And it took about a month and a half for that beat to be cleared. Now, Gummo is actually very successful. It became a top 20 song, but keep in mind the first, month and a half of it being out, it was only available for free on YouTube and on SoundCloud. So the label, Trippie Redd or Tekashi, actually, Tekashi ain't make $1 off it. Pierre ain't make $1 off it. The label ain't make $1 off it. So the label was trying to clear the beat. Now, they're trying to clear the beat, but Pierre Bourne is telling them, I'm not clearing that beat no matter what money you give me. You know why? I don't like that nigga. Now, of course, this is being communicated to Tekashi. Okay? Now, while all this is happening, eventually a deal is struck about a month and a half into the song being up, and now Gummo is on all streaming platforms and is being sold. Now, it appears that as tensions kind of heat up again, because we thought Trippie and Tekashi kind of squashed their beef, it appears that now we're hearing, again, since they're beefing again, we're hearing Pierre Bourne speak up on Gummo. Also, by the way, there's a Gummo remix coming out, and of course, Pierre Bourne is definitely interested in that because that's another check. Or maybe he could even say, fuck the remix, we're not doing remixes, y'all only got this one version of the song. Now, Pierre Bourne tweeted out this. He says, I get 75% of Gummo. Now, what is he talking about? Now, on songs, you have what we call splits, which means how much is the ownership of the actual recording. Now, it usually goes 50-50. The beat is 50%. The songwriting or the lyrics, that's the other 50%. So you have the beat and a cappella, pretty much, right? Now, somehow, and you can imagine because Pierre Bourne, after he got his lawyers, had hella leverage, the label and Tekashi needed this song out more than he did. So he probably said, the only way I'll let this shit go out, I don't want 50% like his standard. I want 75%. Now, again, this is some behind-the-scenes stuff. It happens all the time. Believe me, when Drake hops on a Khaled record, him and Khaled ain't splitting a 50-50, okay? Drake is probably getting 100%, okay? But it's a good look for Khaled because that's a stimulus package. I'm just telling y'all this because I got to give it and frame it for what's happening now. So he tweets this out randomly, and then somebody actually tweeted at him and said, why is this everyone's business? And he said, this is for the producers at home trying to make it. This is for the producers or who get their beats stolen. Get a lawyer and keep your foot on these niggas' necks. Get what you deserve. Okay, now, clearly, and by the way, Tekashi's emotional. He's an emotional nigga. He's an emotional nigga because he feels like everybody was trying to get him out of the game. And now I do believe he's coming off a little bit as cocky because he is very successful with his 3 songs which are on the Billboard charts. And he's kind of looking around saying, even with y'all trying to get me out of here, I'm still here. Now it's my chance to shit on y'all, okay? Now, I think he's doing too much. I think he's beefing with Trippy too much. I think he's kind of throwing it in the faces of people who may have tried to hold him back a little bit too much, because there's a thin line between gaining sympathy and everybody hating you because you're too arrogant, okay? Once you get over that line, you can't come back, really. People are just going to say you're an arrogant prick, and they can't wait for you to fail. Now, he did put up a message at Pierre Bourne, and he said this. He says, I got blocked. He says, I've been trying not to even attack you on some whole internet shit. You're a wonderful producer, and the whole industry know you not like that. And I respect that. But you're running your mouth too much. When I see you, I'm going to smack the fuck out of you. Gangsta, your ass want to come out here. Okay, now, again, I don't think Pierre Bourne is acting like he's a gangster. I hope not, but maybe he is. I don't know. Again, I'm not here to vouch for no nigga gangstativities, okay? But I do know he got a song or his drop, his Pierre, you want to come out here. Now, that's just a funny drop. However, I just think this is getting unnecessary, okay? Listen, there's a lot of people who rock with Pierre. So Pierre could flex on Tekashi in that way. Pierre is the hot producer. He could tell all these rappers that, yo, if you give that nigga a feature, believe me, I won't give you a beat. You put someone in that predicament, that position, they may say, man, fuck that, I'm not working on Tekashi. I want that Pierre beat. Also, 6ix9ine, who, again, let's forget about him. He got a heavy street presence behind him. He got a heavy amount of street niggas who will be and are planned to be collecting a check from this rap shit on his behalf. If they feel there's one nigga, one entity, especially one nigga, somebody who they could see and find, they're going to be trying their best to do some other fuckery. That type of stuff is not even really, I don't want that stuff to be in hip-hop. Okay, so not only do the street element get into play when it comes to, like, Tekashi now feels offended, but also it kind of gets into this weird type of thing where, is he wrong? He was kind of being blackballed for a while, but now he's kind of getting his music kind of put out there. Should he be seeking to beat up a producer? Now, other producers are going to look at this and be like, yo, homie is really running down on people. He's a bully. If we say something he don't like, he might try to beat us up. So, again, I think this is a very thin line here. I think both of these gentlemen should probably speak in privacy, but it seems like it won't happen at this point. But I would caution each of them. Listen, Pierre Bourne, if you got paid, and it's the same with Trippie Redd, if both y'all are getting paid from this nigga, reminding us every 30 seconds that you're getting paid for him will not really kill his success. You're just reminding us that you also get paid. And it does nothing. For the average fan, they're like, who gives a fuck if you get 10% from Tekashi? Also, for the average fan, it's like, okay, great, you're the producer. We gave you credit for the beat. But why are you trying to make it known that you're getting the majority of the money from the song? So I think both Trippie Redd and Pierre Bourne got to chill there, but I think 6ix9ine got to chill as well. You can't be threatening to beat up producers. That's not the wave. You can't be trying to go for, because remember when Trippie was going on Tekashi? Tekashi was the sympathetic figure. I remember he used to sound very soft-spoken, wasn't talking all that gangster shit, do blah, blah. But as time went on and he started getting more hot, that's when we saw that he had a huge team behind him, and he was on that gangster shit. So I'm trying to say to 6ix9ine, do not be a bully out here, because that won't last long. You can't bully the industry. 50 Cent did it at one point, and the minute that people realized he wasn't that hot and they could get him out of here, they did. So that bully shit only works when you have the buzz. Once you don't got the buzz, that shit is done. They're getting you out of here because you never were nice to people. You never really played ball, and all you did was threaten people. So cut that out. And also to Pierre Bourne and Trippie Redd, cut the petty shit out. I'm glad all you brothers are getting paid, but trying to like throw a little, that's a little curveball salt. Like, yo, I'm getting paid from all his hits. Just let you know. Like, bro, just either congratulate him, or if you're the producer, nigga, take it as your own. Like, yo, Gummo, hottest shit in the streets, I produced that. You're supposed to take it as an accomplishment for yourself, not try to play the other person because you don't like him. That's why we're seeing this erupt on a public level. Hopefully you guys got a good explanation of this. This is probably the best you're going to hear this explained. I'm not going to lie. Get the guy marks. Make sure you guys definitely subscribe. I hope everything is well with all these gentlemen, okay? And I want to keep it down the middle. I don't want to be on anyone's side or the other, just because I think if we encourage either party, it's not going to be to their betterment. Okay, you encourage Tekashi, he's going to do some dumb shit and he might get locked up and his team's going to get locked up. You encourage Trippie Redd, he might get locked up. You encourage Pierre Bourne, he might get fucked up. Okay, and again, I'm not trying to say he ain't gangster because I don't know who's gangster, who's not. But if I'm hearing that he's not about that type of life, you would just want to collect your checks and keep it moving, bro. Collect your checks, keep it moving, and go produce another hit. Okay? Get a comment box. Make sure you guys like them, subscribe. What do you guys think about all of this? I want all of these brothers to really come together, or at least you can respectfully leave each other alone. But y'all are poking the fire constantly when y'all are mentioning, oh, I'm getting paid from all that nigga shit. You're trying to play when you say that, right? And if he says when he's kind of bragging on you, he's trying to play you too. So please, hopefully you guys can resolve this issue, but I could only give good advice trying to be from a neutral perspective. Get a comment box. Make sure you guys like them, subscribe.